Hey everyone, and welcome back to another special themed Skyrim mods showcase where I share some of my essential mods you need when playing Skyrim this 2025. Just to let you all know, this is a continuation of my previous essential mods video, so I highly recommend watching that as well, as I won't be sharing the same mods in this video. Anyways, support the channel by watching till the end. Without further ado, let's start the video. Alright, the first few mods are some of my essential must-have mods. It's been 13 years since Skyrim was first released, and how many times did we return to play Skyrim again? Your 4th, 5th, or even your 10th run perhaps? Well, there's one annoying thing that we all can agree, and that's to go through some of the dialogues we heard 1,000 times by now. Instantly Skip Dialogue NG enables you to skip dialogue in a faster manner. In vanilla Skyrim, there are just some dialogues you cannot avoid and have to go through the dialogues before even being able to move away. Some cases, there are some dialogues you cannot even skip. However, this mod not only makes skipping dialogues faster, but also enables you to skip through dialogues that were unskippable in the first place.
I don't know you. You and Riften looking... Yeah? Well, last thing, the Blackbriars. The Blackbriars... Me? I'm Maul. Then you better watch your ass around here.
I just don't
know you. Last thing, the Black... Me? You better watch your ass around here. Deep in the top level. To... The edge... Trust Septimus. He knows you can know. When the top level. The elders. But no. On the cosmos. One block. Have you... But trust Septimus, he knows.
Lighten Skyrim POS Edition is another mod worth having. The mod's main goal is to gain FPS across Skyrim without causing any visual difference. If you're wondering how it does this, well, apparently in Skyrim there are some objects that are not visually visible but are present in-game and can cause frames to drop. This mod simply removes them, slightly increasing your FPS. Of course, running a large mod list will still depend on your system specification, but remember, every frame counts, especially in a heavily modded Skyrim. Next, we have ENB anti-aliasing. I don't know about you, but Skyrim's default TAA isn't that great at all. The game still looks blurry by default. However, with this mod installed, the mod will replace Skyrim's TAA with NVIDIA DLAA or AMD FSR 3.1 automatically, giving you better and sharper edges. At first glance, it's a bit hard to see, but trust me, your game will definitely look better. Another essential mod that I cannot play without is immersive equipment displays. The mod basically allows you to display unequipped gear and custom items on the player or NPCs. So now you can proudly display gears you've earned throughout your journey. We can all agree that it's much more immersive seeing your equipment while you travel compared to magically seeing your items appear when equipping them. Overall, a mod that has been in my mod list since the very beginning. So if you're interested, I highly recommend you to try it out. Now for the next mod, a little segue to our today's sponsor, Project Orochi. Project Orochi is a streetwear brand that resonates with people who've played video games without the apparel being cringy. I don't know about you, but most gaming merch screams I'm a gamer, and let's be honest, it's embarrassing to wear those. Project Orochi has a lot of amazing inspired designs from different games such as Elden Ring, Ghost of Tsushima, or even Pokemon. With Project Orochi, their designs are well made and something you'll love to wear outside. And lucky for us Elder Scrolls fans, they recently launched a brand new Skyrim inspired designs such as this Nightingale inspired design or even this Talus inspired tee. If I'm being honest with you, all of these looks absolutely amazing, and I would definitely wear them outside. Plus, if you want something more casual, Project Orochi got you covered with their non-gaming sleek designs. It's also worth mentioning that they have a Discord community where you can come and hang out with people that may have the same interests as you. If all of these sounds interesting, all links will be down below, and be sure to check them out and use my code PANDA for a 10% off the entire order. Plus, if you're from the US, they do free shipping anywhere in the US. Big thanks to Project Orochi for sponsoring this video. Moving on, we have a ton of essential animation mods that enhances the overall base game. I'm sure by now you know how outdated Skyrim animations are, and here are a few essential mods that I highly recommend you to all have. We have first-person interactions. As the name suggests, this mod adds a ton of brand new first-person animations that plays differently depending on what you're currently doing. Some examples of these context-aware animations are opening doors, looting NPCs, lockpicking, moving puzzles, interaction with standing stones, praying at shrines, and even harvesting flowers or ingredients. Of course, there are a ton more features such as being able to pet animals or even applauding bards when you're inside a lively tavern. I personally find the mod as an essential as it gives a visual appealing immersion when interacting with your surroundings. I mean, compared with vanilla Skyrim, this is definitely something I'd rather see than nothing. Skyclimb is another mod that I personally think is an essential in any playthrough. The mod basically enables you to traverse through Skyrim's terrain with ease, as you'll now be able to climb ledges, vault on fences, and so much more, all with new appropriate animations. Now with this mod installed, traveling around mountainous areas will be easier and a lot more fun. Or perhaps you're an assassin that needs higher ground to strike their foes. It's now all possible thanks to this mod and of course the framework it's using. Next, we have random death animation, which basically just replaces the hilarious death animation Bethesda implemented in the game. The mod adds more variety of death animation, 6 new death animations to be exact that can occur randomly. Knowing the author's previous work, I'm sure you will all enjoy this one as the animations are high quality. You'll sometimes see your foes slowly kneeling before they head to the afterlife. Overall, makes death animation more realistic and amazing. Now let's move on to a few essential combat related mods. We have Dismembering Framework. If you don't know this mod by now, this mod adds a feature where you can seamlessly dismember humanoid NPCs and a few animals in real time. You'll now be able to slice through your foes in a more cinematic fashion. The mod also has additional features such as having new blood splatter, armor and weapon specific impact sounds, and much more. You even get to fully configure the features through the MCM menu. Overall, a mod definitely worth having for a more fun combat experience. Next, we have NPCs Learn to Aim, skill-based aiming. If you find it weird that NPCs and you are instantly an expert with a bow, then this mod is for you. The mod makes both NPC and the player have individual aiming skills for most of the projectile weapon you can use in-game. These includes bows, crossbows, spells, and even staves will now depend on their corresponding skill level. For example, if you or an NPC has a low archery skill level, you'll now notice the accuracy has dropped significantly. But if you or the NPC has a high archer skill level, the accuracy will scale with it. This is also the same case for the other projectile weapons you or the NPC can use. I personally find the mod immersive yet fun to play with. This also makes a need to train specific skills to be good at it. It was weird that despite building a warrior class character, you were able to equip a bow or magic spell and use it like an expert. If you've played Skyrim for a while now or ever since, then I'm sure you're already tired seeing the same intro where you start off as a prisoner riding on a cart to Helgen.
Hey, you're finally awake.
Not only it's a lengthy process, but Vanilla Start has a high chance of bugging. Alternate Start Live Another Life is a mod to keep things fresh by giving you different options on how you want to start the game. You can either arrive to Skyrim on a ship, own a property in one of the holds, a member of a guild, a soldier in the army, or probably a hunter just doing their own thing. Of course, there are more options available. You can even start the game as a vampire. There's a ton of options and I'm sure there will be at least one that will interest you. Additionally, Optional Quick Start is an alternative option in case you want to start the vanilla way without the lengthy intro. You'll instantly spawn right before exiting the Helgen Cave. You will also be given the option on which side of the war you wish to join and a chest filled with loot to kick things off. Overall, it's definitely an essential mod to have, especially if you want to avoid the buggy and time-consuming start. SB Pressure Plate Trap Blending is another essential mod I highly recommend having. You already know how obvious traps are in Skyrim. You can easily avoid them or even expect that something will happen as soon as you step on the trap. This mod simply replaces those pressure plates to blend more with its surroundings. You'll use whatever textures you have, keeping things intense as you adventure in a dungeon or Nordic ruin. When playing Skyrim, clearing some of the location or bandit camps does not really do much. In some cases, bandits return to the location and you're back at square one. Skyrim Realistic Conquering AIO counters this by allowing you to see the changes you made actually take effect. As the Dragonborn, it's almost a daily thing clearing locations that is filled with either bandits or monsters, and now with this mod installed, you'll be able to see Skyrim become a better place as you clear these locations. All changes are also done in a lore-friendly way. For example, clearing Valtime Towers, which inhabits a lot of bandits, will now turn into a checkpoint for people entering or leaving the Whiterun region. You'll actually see the location transform into a fortified checkpoint with guards patrolling the area. Even you, the Dragonborn, will have to undergo an inspection for the first time you go through the location.
Since this is your first time crossing the border at Valtheim Towers, I'm gonna need to write down some information. What is your name?
Another great example would be Lost Knife Hideout. After clearing Lost Knife Hideout from the bandits, Bethesda will open the first ever charcoal kiln in Skyrim. Both the interiors and exteriors will transform into something that makes perfect sense for the location. Of course, there are other locations that changes as you clear the area, 26 locations to be exact. So without spoiling much, I highly recommend you to try the mod out. I can guarantee you definitely won't regret it. Lastly, we have a few more essential UI mods that I highly recommend you all to have. We have the Dragonborn's Bestiary. This mod adds a fun and useful feature, a new in-game menu where you can learn about the creatures you encountered. It provides information like their description, strengths, weaknesses, and the loot they drop when defeated. To access the information of the creature, you must first defeat them. For friendly creatures, all you gotta do is just walk up to them and press the use key to get the details. And if you've encountered different types of the same creature, you can scroll between them in the menu, which I personally think is a handy feature. Overall, I find this mod useful as it helps you prepare to fight a specific creature whenever you encounter them again. I also find it fun collecting new knowledge of all the creatures you encountered throughout your journey. Next, we have subtitles. In vanilla Skyrim, with subtitles enabled, you were only able to see one line of text, and whenever another NPC spoke, it overrides the subtitles of the NPC you're currently trying to listen to. However, with this mod installed, you will now have multiple lines of subtitles depending on how many NPCs are speaking around you. I honestly think this should have been in the base game from the very beginning. Lastly, we have security overall SKSE lock variations. This mod simply replaces the overused lock model that Bethesda made. Now with the mod installed, you'll be able to see unique lock variants. These include Dwemer, Falmer, Snow Elf, Apocrypha, and much more. Additionally, security overall SKC lock add-ons and regional locks adds an even more variety of locks that you can encounter. Now each region will have their own set of locks. I personally find the mod immersive and an essential because the default locks were too boring. And come on, let's be honest, after 13 years it's tiring to see the same exact lock each time. And that's about it for now. I do hope you all enjoyed this episode and thank you so much for watching till the end. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Skyrim content. As always, thank you so much for your support, stay safe, and happy modding!